Pat Kirwan and Jim Miller for SiriusXM NFL Radio. We come to you today from the world champion Seattle Seahawks training camp. Pat, what can you say? 13-3 a year ago, culminated in a world championship, and it starts with the defense. They led the NFL in almost every major category. What can you break down about the Seattle Seahawks? Can they replicate what they did in 2013?
Let me start with, I think what comes out of this building behind us is a team that is acting like they did not win the Super Bowl last year. They are humble. They are at work. You don't get a sense of everyone's excited. We confronted two players about their Super Bowl rings, and they said, I took a look at it and put it in a safe. So they're here for 2014, and there's nobody. I actually think they're uncomfortable when you bring up the Super Bowl. They don't even want to put it on their agenda. So that's issue one. Issue two, they lost 9 players in the offseason. I think when I look at that list of players, and we can go through the Golden Tates of the world, I think it's Brino Giacomini is the guy that maybe they'd like to have him back, although Eric Winston should be able to come through from. There's a big battle at right tackle. On the defensive side, there are no secrets here. They play a former cover 3. It's very strange. I think a lot of people have spent the whole year trying to figure it out. But they have man principles there on certain sides, zone principles on the other. You're a quarterback, Jim. What did you see from the length of those defensive backs and what problems they caused?
I still think it's going to be the Legion of Boom here in Seattle, because you look at Byron Maxwell, Jeremy Lane, don't forget about Therrell Simon. Get to know this guy, another lengthy corner that Seattle can unveil if he gets an opportunity to get on the field. So defense is still going to be the Legion of Boom. Let's move over to the offensive side of the ball, because you've talked about the formula. Is it about expanding Russell Wilson's game, or is it still through the focus, Marshawn Lynch in the run game? 4th in the NFL in terms of their rushing attack. And Pat, these guys don't turn over the football. It's another one of their keys to success.
Yeah, they don't turn it over, and they get the ball back quite a bit from the opponent. On the offense, I don't think it's going to change that much. Marshawn Lynch, they had a live practice today. Marshawn was phenomenal. Plenty of step, plenty of liveliness in his running explosion. Their emphasis is still the zone run scheme. I do think you'll see more interesting concepts because of Percy Harvin. It doesn't mean they're going to go and throw the ball 35 times a game. That's not who they want to be. Pete Carroll's not going to let the team become that. And it's not a reason to minimize Russell Wilson's importance. That guy should be paid for what he does here, and they should not be measured against the statistics of a Tom Brady. He's a leader and he's a winner, so they got to pay him next.
Great special teams, and you mentioned Pete Carroll not allowing this team to be complacent. But let's be honest, Pat, when we wrap up talking about the Seattle Seahawks, very tough division. What are the odds of this team repeating in 2014?
There's really no reason to think they can't compete as division champs. We're going to see San Francisco in the next day or so we'll take a look at them. We're going to see Arizona, who I think is a threat, who came in and beat these guys in their building, which was almost unheard of. They have a tremendous home field advantage. They'll win a minimum of 7, probably all 8 home games. They win 3 or 4 of them on the road, and all of a sudden we're another 12-win team. And they have that Super Bowl experience in their back pocket comes the playoff time. So they're going to be a tough out for everybody. I see them deep into the playoffs, returning to the Super Bowl. Even Coach Carroll's not ready to say that.
That's it from Seattle Seahawks training camp. For Pat Kirwan and Jim Miller, thanks for joining us on SiriusXM NFL Radio.